Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Huh? So come get some. CromCon.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Are you the Keymaster?
You can't tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk.
Oh, as if.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Christy, and I just wanted to say that it's been fun drawing and everything. I enjoyed chatting it up with Phil. Now I get to chat it up with you. How are you all? Bitchformers more than meets the bitch. There you go, Demon Bitch. I am known as that. And I have a cottage in the town of Fun. Oh, don't you believe it right there. So speaking of fun, I actually have a thing with HelloFresh right now for until the month this month until February the 14th. You can use my code. Apparently they hit me up and they wanted to sponsor me for stuff. So, hey, how's it going? So yeah, check that out. And it's actually a reduced box. I checked out a look at the price. It's supposed to be 21 free meals plus free shipping. So what that adds up to, because I'm guessing they want to go and snake you in at a good price, I'm looking at probably $20 a box. So yeah, check it out, see if that's for you, and take advantage of the special offer and stuff. Anyway, so hey Apex, how are you doing? I hope everybody's doing well. And if you guys want to join in, let me know, and I'll throw you a StreamYard link, and I'll invite you. I invited Philip, but I don't know if he's able to do that yet. Hopefully he will be. Let me also text him and let him know I invited him. Sometimes he pops on the show and we just start chatting, but that's about it. And, you know, it's good to have a thing to talk to and everything. So anyway, let's go and jump in and have some fun drawing. So I'm going to just draw some more Shipbird stuff because Shipbird stuff is funny. And HoraTora Studios now live. Yep. And here you go. And let me go ahead and give you guys the link to my overall stuff so you could check it out and it's easy for you. There you go. Oh, there's Philip. Oh, never mind. You there, dude?
Yep, I'm still here.
You're not in the back, are you? You're not servicing another missile, are you? So.
No. Yeah, I still think that's crazy, man. There's people that walk around with bullets and shrapnel in them, and they won't touch it because it causes more damage. I literally thought until recently when I went to the doctors about it. that's actually a fact. That is nuts. That is super nuts.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm drawing shit routine that she brings all the boys to the yard with a milkshake.
I'm sure she does. Oh, God.
I'm sure she does too.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I find it funny that the people that gave us the most grief are burning. And I don't normally, celebrate people's misfortune, but the fact that the one individual cost me money and stuff, and I'll be praying for him because like the Bible says to pray for your enemies, and hopefully his life turns around. But I just, you can't go around being an asshole in life, and expect karma not to bite you. I'm sorry, but it's true.
I gotta put a mosaic over this fupa. Hang on.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we got a bunch of calls. Like, it's been pretty busy with our shit lately. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Oh. I'm happy, man. Hopefully we like I said, we build this infrastructure right, man. And it's crazy too. Like when it comes to marketing, like I 13 marketings and like none of them, want to be vetted, and none of them want to be fact checked. Like
look at my fucking credentials, dude. That's what you went to school for, right?
Exactly. Like, I mean, it was funny too because the one guy, the other, because I shared on the program, guys, like the guy was like, there was, I forgot to show the other caveat that the Chase account manager shared with me, and he goes like, so there's always a sale. A good marketing team, even if it bombs, there's always a sale. Look at movies that bomb. There's still 6 people that went and saw the stupid movie, right? But the other thing he said, and I find it funny when it comes to marketing, they don't want to be vetted, so, but yet they'll vet the background of people they hire for their firms. They'll vet that they have the right training, a degree, all this stuff, but they don't want to be vetted? Come on. And I was like, damn.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
like,
he's got a solid point.
Squeezing to do. That's like pimples and shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see. It's also if it's popping.
You bring you lemons, then more squeezing to do. More than meets the demon. Ah.
Asshole again. I'm putting it up on Facebook. Here I go, being an asshole again. So yeah, I'm just going and drawing a bunch of shit that annoys me. But you know how I am. I always draw shit that annoys me. I mean, that's what Demon Bitch is doing great about. But anyway. Man, so tell us about your wonderful fucking, like, crazy operation that you're looking so forward to.
Hold on.
God, this is so awful. Why do I draw such awful things? Don't answer that. Wow,
that was weird. Sorry, the internet went all weird. So, okay, explaining the operation. So, all in all, can you still hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you. By the way, hi, Owlatch. Yeah, you
okay,
can't be nice to some people. Fuck them sometimes. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. Okay, so the crazy operation that has happened. So when I was in the military, I had a flashbang go off in my face, which was a wonderful experience that I hope to never have ever again. And, out in the desert, they transported me to a thing which is called an FST, or a forward surgical team. And what ended up happening is they did everything they're supposed to do. And I thought they just missed some shrapnel in my face. And what it is they didn't miss it. It's just at the time, the doctors that worked on me didn't deem it necessary for me to remove it, because most people don't know this, but some people, when they get shot or get shrapnel from a bomb, doctors won't remove it if they think that removing it would cause more damage to the body than to, say, the actual person, or not to the body, than actually removing it and being better. So, like, if removing it would cause you to have like 12 staples in your face versus it's not going anywhere, it's not going to get infected, it's not going to, whatever, they just rather stitch 2 stitches into the hole, and then you have a small scar and just have a piece of metal in your flesh for the rest of your life. Because but now for me, it's gotten to the shrapnel so embedded, it's getting close to this ball of nerves in my face that if it cuts it, half my face can be paralyzed. And what was crazy, when I went in for x-rays and then a dental cleaning, like the dental hygienist pulled a sliver of metal out of my gums, like straight up pulled it out. And I texted Christie a picture of it.
I said I should
gross.
get some neodymium magnets and fucking see if it'll go straight to his face.
And I said, if that is actually a possibility, I would definitely use that as a party trick over at conventions.
You should. You really should, because that would be fucking funny as hell.
Oh, that'd be downright hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine, like, having kids like stick magnets on my face and they'd be freaking out? It's like, oh my god, there's a guy that you can stick magnets on his face. We don't know why. That'd be a great party trick, straight up. Oh man. So anywho.
Yeah. Should I say my milkshake brings all the boy stars, or bring that cheddar? Because I want it to smell like cheese.
Oh god, please don't make me throw up. I'm about to make a cup of noodles for lunch.
Oh. Bring that cheddar.
Oh, you evil bastard.
Yeah, why do you think they call me Demon Bitch?
I thought it was because of your winning personality, St. Teresa.
Yeah, I know, right? Just like a fucking bitch. It's funny because somebody once said to me that it's like, do people know how nice you are? Because you're actually really nice. And I'm like, really? Okay.
Yeah, I like it anytime someone in like media skirmishes or online interviews, they just like, oh yeah, she's a lovely person. Then you always flip them off. It's always entertaining. That's why I was laughing when you did it on the other show.
It's like, that sounds awful, which is an understatement. Well, it's like all the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And it's like, let's go and put the milkshake right up here.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm
stop.
sorry. I just, this is the only time I'm going to bring this up. I have drawn nudity for clients, for posters for like Adore Me and Victoria's Secret and all that. And some of these people that have recently been doing it, I mean, they don't know what sexy is. What they're doing is kind of vile. It's like, no, man. Sexy attracts. It doesn't look like white trash on Coke. I'm sorry, but some of that stuff I'm so... Huh?
You can say that, not me.
Yeah, I don't care if anyone gets mad. Like, dude, some of those people that we've seen pop up recently, it was like, dude, it's not sexy the way you're doing it. Like, really pay attention on how the photographers work with the model and the lighting and the camera and everything. And then, you know what I mean? And because here's the thing that most people don't understand. Because since I've worked in that industry for like 6 months, and now that my contract's done, I can somewhat talk about it. Like, if you want to do sexy photos, that's fine. It's your prerogative. It's your body. It's your art, whatever. I'm 100%, like I said in the last show, I like freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of publication, freedom of press, all that good stuff. But if you want a good outcome from your art and you're trying to get into boudoir and all that stuff, learn what it is first. It's like trying to learn how to sell a comic book. You want the image to look good for the book to get picked up. You know what I mean? To attract the eye. That's the same thing with boudoir. Boudoir exists so it can sell a clothing item, a purse, a underwear. You know what I mean? All that stuff. And if you don't do it right, it could just be like it can actually chase away customers instead of attracting them. Literally, if you want to do any type of art form, comic book, painting, boudoir photo taking, sunset photo taking, learn what makes an image attractive to the eye and attract customers. Don't do it just to do it, because then sometimes what you end up doing is, assaulting the senses and driving people away. 100%.
Well, you also know how to take a shower.
Oh, man. I didn't say that one.
I did. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
What do you think of the composition so far with this lovely art piece?
Oh, I love your art. You know that.
Yeah, it's just like it's my ass, my ass, my ass.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. Oh, Quentin's like putting up a picture frame. I'm like laughing at that shit too. I'm a horrible person sometimes.
I don't find you horrible.
Well, it's okay. I'm kind of evil sometimes. It's okay. My evilness is in check, though. People they kind of start laughing about like what the fuck is going on, because they're like going, it's like kind of like they're like, well, I don't do it to people that don't deserve it,
Yeah.
And I've even told people some people get mad and they go like, how come you fucking you did this of me? It's like, I didn't do it of you. There's 4 or 5 of you I ran into already. You ain't like special, fucker.
Yeah.
And then they get really fucking mad at me, and I'm like, fuck off.
Exactly.
But we love you, see. I know. Thank you. But we love you, CC. I gotta showcase it, see. But we love you. Thank you. But yeah, it's like, actually the thing is like the reason why the cartoon I think is successful is because I just draw this for a small group of friends and we start laughing. I mean, that's the weirdest thing. Like, you'd think to a wider range of people, you would just go and do something else. But no, it's just, I just do it to like a certain amount of people. And that's like our laugh track. Although I've heard that the laugh track, the thing is that that's actually what you should do. You shouldn't like go and throw it out in front of a bunch of people, especially if it's a work in progress. You should actually go to people you trust. And I see that. It's like, I see why the artwork will turn out better on that level.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, look at
See,
this patio.
I like the way your kit's set up. Like, I still use iPads and crap for. I think I'm gonna get an art computer and set up like yours, because yours is. I like the way yours runs and works.
I actually go to Newegg. They actually do payment plans, and what's nice about them is that get a gaming thing, because that'll enable you to easily hook up multiple monitors, and you don't need to worry about graphic. Like, you'll actually get a better gaming rig instead of just custom making the graphic rig for yourself. It'll actually be better for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because what I'll do is I'll use like 3 different iPads. I'll sketch on one, like the rough idea, and then I'll email it to myself, and then I'll use my one that has the better CPU in it, and I'll do everything in it that I need to do, and then for lettering, I have one that I refuse to update, and I won't update because I like the lettering program before the update, and I always cancel the update and always delete it because it's super easy to use. And I updated on my more fancy one, and it took away certain functionalities that I enjoyed in the past, and I just like, nope, not updating the program. I'm keeping it as is.
Oh yeah, and also I just want to let you know, we were talking about Asian invasion, and since I was being an ass, I didn't have it up there, so I'm going to put up the Asian Invasion right here. Hooray! So, guys, on 304 at the comic book, we're doing Asian Invasion Yellow Peril. Check it out. And yes, I know my banner's covering the bottom. Fuck it. Right here.
Asian
It's drawn by an Asian, so don't get pissed at me for fucking doing anything.
It's drawn by an Asian. Oh my god.
Oh, fucking what happened was that, you know, those assholes over at fucking Instagram, they were basically telling me that I was being racist and they took it down. I said, I'm Asian, you moron. So they let me put it back up and they left me alone. I guess I'm one of these rebellious assholes. I don't know. Because it's like they expect me to be a good little girl and I'm far from that.
Be a little good little girl. Do what you're told. And shut up and fry chicken in the kitchen. Yeah, right. Sorry. Like I'm sorry. That's what I feel like sometimes with this new crowd that's trying to censor everything. They're like, oh, we stand for rights for women and rights for people. We're fighting it, and I'm like, do you realize the way you guys are doing is like 1950s America, where we just told people to shut the fuck up and do the role which we told them to? You know, like, come on.
There's the squinty-eyed fucking skull. So fuck y'all. If you get mad. That's me. I just get mad. It's like if you get mad at me, it's okay. Everybody's gotten mad at me. See, it's like I'm Korean, so my mom was born. So when I was born, my mom was perpetually angry with me. I'm Asian, you moron. It's true. I get very fucking annoyed. It's like, oh, well, we want to know what's for your own good. It's like, I think I would know that, asshole. Leave me alone.
Well, we want you to know what's for your own good. Give me a break.
Yeah, you're not my mom. Fuck off. It's usually ladies that fucking tell me this shit. It's like, get out of here. And they're like usually the ones that go like, oh, well, I don't want to have kids because it's inherently terrible. It's like, that's great. You probably should have had one because you're annoying all the fucking other adults by you being condescending as fuck.
You know what I've noticed being a person of like in a biracial couple, right? Like, so I've always been in biracial couples my entire thing, except for one relationship in my entire life. And what's funny is usually biracial couples usually go with other biracial couples. And what I find interesting is we all will trash each other for and say the dumbest crap to each other because of like from the stigmas and stuff. And then people that are like super righteous, they're like, you shouldn't be doing it, that's wrong. And then the spouse and significant other goes, actually, that was pretty funny. No one gets offended, and they get really offended that the other person is not offended. It's so funny. It's fun to screw with them. I really do love screwing with those people.
Oh, speaking of which, I should do that to Pops right now. Hold on.
Like I had
no, no, I hate you. I need to.
Like
there we go.
Like
I traumatized that. I'm part Asian too, so carpe diem. Oh yeah, like I think he was like part Chinese, right? I think that's what he told me.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the fupa from. I sent you a gift, Pops. You'll enjoy it.
Oh, good Lord. That bar joke made me want to throw up. I was eating my food when you sent me that bar joke. And I was just like, what? No. And I quit eating after that.
Yeah, see, I helped you lose weight. David gets the same way, too. One of my friends, he and his wife, they were talking, and David said, I need to lose weight. I said, okay. So I sent him all these disgusting pictures, and he got mad at me. He said, Christy, why? Stop. Why? And she's like, all crying. And I said, you told me you wanted to lose weight. I'll give you the most effective way. Here you go. Don't tell me that you want to solve something. I'll find a way how to fix it.
That's funny.
Current year makes me miss the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, where everybody was less fucking butthurt about everything. I like how Pops was like, get out of my inbox. Like, get the fuck off my lawn. People are wondering what I sent. You don't want to know.
Trust me, folks. Unless you want to take a matchbook and burn out your eyes and then try to pay a doctor to drill holes in your brain to where you become an invalid, You don't want to know what she sends people.
I send horrible things. Like the thing is like, why should guys have all the fun? I'll send all the horrible things.
You know what? If the TV show Supernatural is accurate, if we die and go to hell and become demons there, you'd be like the demon of perpetual torture through like obscene pictures and messed up jokes.
Another day blind courtesy of Christie Shinn. Be glad smell-o-vision has not evolved yet. That would be terrible.
Oh, dude, you know, the moment we start doing smell-o-vision, like, you know, people are going to be like...
Oh, they're going to put all sorts of horrible things on there. Yeah, it's like, why should guys have all the fun sending horrible pictures to women? I should send all these horrible pictures to guys. You just throw up in his mouth a little.
You know what's funny? You want to know what's funny? So speaking of smell-o-vision, and this just popped in my brain, because remember that friend I told you that was a porn producer, Bunny, right, that I had in El Paso when I was stationed there? Sometimes those sets did not smell that great. Like, it's all visual, right? And sometimes some of those people smell kind of funky. If smell-o-vision actually were invented, I think the porn industry would just like drop drastically.
I heard this stuff was pretty gnarly after times because, you know, your bodily fluids and they just wipe it down. They don't really fucking deep clean that shit.
Well, not only that, some of the actresses don't really, because they go from one scene to the next scene to the next scene with different people.
God damn.
And it smells like roast beef. It's gross.
I thought roast beef was supposed to smell good.
Not this kind.
Are you sure it doesn't smell like, you know, fucking that shit, like when it's off like 5 minutes or something, off like another week or something, like they're a week past their sell-by date?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's kind of like, it's hard to describe. I'm just telling you, you wouldn't want to have a smell-vision, like, at all.
Oh, man. Something really mean popped into my head, and I don't want to be a bitch, but oh, man. Pops just wrote, that is disgusting. Here, I'll just send it to you on IM, Philip. Christy, where mean petty shit gets like.
Oh, that's entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, did you see what I wrote you?
Say again?
Did you see what I wrote you on Messenger?
All right, hold on.
Okay. I thought it would smell like old Clorox. I don't know. I think that would be the best how it smells.
Oh man, you're brutal. You're brutal. No.
Actually, that would probably be after a good night. I would hate to think about the other nights.
That's too funny. Oh man. So, what was the original influence for Demon Bitch that made you go like, yeah, this is a funny idea, and start creating this empire off of it?
It was really out of rage. That's the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever heard of it.
I just think for me, I think personally, I did it because I hated someone because they were a total asshole. And then I realized, and I thought about it, I meditated it, like religion, that, you know, a lot of people actually made me angry and I never really dealt with it. So I just went ahead and just drew pictures of people I didn't like. And again, if people want to say, oh, you drew me, please, I met 4 or 5 of you already. So you're not special. Okay. So don't try to look for something that you're not going to find. Anyway. So what I was doing was that like when I did it, it was getting all my anger out. But it's weird because it's like a lot of people really liked Demon Bitch because it kind of made them feel the same way. Like they felt they were wronged by people, but so many people do that cliche shit like, oh, you should just let it go. You should let it go and forgive. But they don't really tell you a healthy way to forgive. That just means shut up. I don't want to hear about your problems. And that's what I didn't like. So when I would draw stuff about shitty people, it was funny because people kind of realized like it was sort of therapeutic for them. It was almost like going to confessional, but it wasn't like I was preaching to them. It was more of, or I was just punching down to people just because I felt bad. It was more of like, fuck you. I hate these people. There's a good reason why. And it's like it made people relate to it. And I think that's what people like a lot about Demon Bitch. It's relatable because it's like, yeah, I do hate this person. And the problem is that I'm not trying to be like, oh, like you need to stay in hate. I really do believe that you should forgive. But I think people get into mode that, oh, well, to forgive somebody, you should go give rainbows and puppy dogs. And really, it's like, you got hit by a bus. I don't care. Great. Whatever. Bye. Like, you just don't care.
Well, the way I look at it is like, it's like when I did Forgiving Us. I call it emotional processing.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, whatever the person did, and I learned this in therapy, like it's called emotional processing, and stories and art allow you to do such a thing. That's why, like Jack Kirby drew a lot of his art from, his traumatic experiences during the war. And a lot of the people that fought in World War II did this to help process what happened. And in the same way with, some people that we live with or we used to love or be friends with, when great ordeals of pain happen, because I truly believe no human being wants to live in a state of anger and frustration and vindictiveness and all those negative things. I think we all desire to just want to be a person of peace. And so sometimes venting it out allows us as human beings to go, okay, this happened, and this is how I can let it go. And then once you process it, see what had happened from the truth of yourself, and then the truth of your emotion, and then the truth of the possibility of what actually happened by analyzing it from a different perspective, then it allows you to go, like, it's free. You let it go, For me, after Forgiving Us, like, all that negative, horrible crap is gone. It's almost like the chain break. Huh?
I would have to agree, because sometimes, like, it's funny because, like, half the shit that I draw about in Demon Bitch, I, like, actually don't care about the people anymore, but the character is still fucking funny and relevant because, those people aren't very special to begin with. And it's just, you just go ahead and draw it because it's kind of cathartic and great for other people to kind of, like, go off on it. It's funny because people go like, oh, you should let it go. It's like, you mean just shut up and not deal with it. Okay, got it. It's kind of like in video games where the protagonist tells you, or one of the people in there goes like, oh yeah, go do this. Right. It's like, oh, they said, oh, that means I have to go get everything and do everything. Right. Gotcha. It's like not over everything. And I sent you another message through Instagram in Messenger, which is very funny. It was another addendum. Yes, I do petty shit like this. No, it's not anybody here. I multitask about everything. God, I'm such an asshole sometimes. Oh, should I draw hearts on this shit? I should draw hearts on this shit because she's attempting to be sexy and she's disgusting. What do you think, Philip? Oh, he went mute again.
Oh, damn it.
I got it now. Yeah. It's so funny, too, because, like, you got it there?
Yep, I'm here. Sorry, had to refresh the screen.
It's okay.
One of the blessings of living out in the boonies.
Yeah.
Normally people like, did I just hear a rooster in the background? Yes, I live on a chicken farm.
Like, oh, okay.
And I always get a kick when people, talk about that. Like, did I just hear a rooster? It's like, yeah. Like, sorry. We out in the country, folks.
Did you like the little comment I left?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, but no, what's another interesting thing about that industry, by the way, that the adult entertainment industry that Bunny taught me about? So everyone thinks it would be like super cool to like work in it, and I went to a few of those shoots, and it is 100% like not what you think. Like, because most people when they see that stuff, they're like, it's the end product, right?
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's like there's like 12 to 15 people like putting body makeup on those people.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
because it's high def now, and they're all like worried that, oh God, you saw this one fucking thing.
yeah, so like they would do like body painting, like like the spray tan stuff, but they would do it in a way to where they would hide the blemishes on both the actors, and even and they find out like this is right what early 2010, and she was explaining to me like because the most watched stuff is people thinking it's like from a cell phone, like someone videotaping it from a personal perspective, and actuality, like it's not. It's like they're wearing a special kind of camera that they've designed just for it. Like the actor will be wearing
Gonzo shit. It's like Gonzo shit or something.
yeah the Gonzo stuff and or like the glasses like the and then they edit it to make it even look like it's from a cell phone. It's crazy, and all the whole time they will like literally paint and put makeup on the actor and actress and stuff, and use the lighting. It's nuts. Like
I'm sure because like porn is pretty fake. Like the penetration's
Oh,
there,
yeah.
but it's, like, it's just kind of
Oh,
stupid.
no, dude, it's crazy. And you know what's crazy? Even crazier is like how fake it is to where like the both of the adult performers get bored with it and no longer like like it's funny like it's just they get bored with it or they just it's so unappealing that it's like it's like hours of waiting for the person to be ready because it's just like okay it's so methodical and it's crazy but
Should I put a
it
wet
makes
spot here, by the way?
say again.
Should I put a wet spot here?
I would.
Okay, fuck it, I will.
That's funny.
That's really mean, Christy. Fuck you. That's how I feel.
Whatever, it's your art. Express yourself.
It's like,
Express
how are the
yourself.
cats? And then how are the cats? As Quentin is asking, and I said, oh, they're doing good. So he wanted to ask. So should this be green liquid? I think this should be green liquid. I think it should make foamy green liquid.
There you go.
Yeah. Ew.
And remorse.
Oh, I don't feel bad about it. That actually turned out to be a pretty good effect right there. So I'll show you guys in a minute.
No, just for me, I just find it crazy that this stuff exists, man. Not like and what's even crazier too, because I asked Bunny before she passed, like, how much do you make, per video? And she's like, a good one? I was like, yeah. She's like, I make about $6 million per video for a good one. And I was like, how much for a bad one? She's like, oh, I make about anywhere from 50 grand to 500,000. Keep in mind, folks, this is before OnlyFans, because I'm pretty sure OnlyFans has, prevented top production companies like my friend Bunny's thing, like because of its marketing thing of, what makes OnlyFans really marketable is people get specialized content sent to them to make it, the brain think it's for them, which is a great marketing ploy. But yeah, it's nuts, man.
Quentin's saying like, yep, green foamy shit like pigeon crap. I said, well, we're kind of close here.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, this is great. I like doing the most disgusting things ever here. Bring that cheddar.
Well,
So if it works out for people, there you go. I'm sending a couple to people. I think I've sent enough to enough people. I think I've traumatized enough people already. Oh God, fucking Pop said, this is disgusting. I love traumatizing people. Makes me feel better about my day.
Yeah.
That was truly a work of art in the gross. Wow, I am being really disgusting and like 6 people already. Well, I mean, that's the estimated number. I don't know if it's like the real true number.
Hey, listen, estimation numbers are still good because it at least allows you to know that you're at least hitting your mark.
Yeah, right.
You know, like that's the good thing about numbers is it allows you to know like, hey, I'm meeting my mark. I'm meeting the audience that I normally have. Versus,
Right.
and by the way, for anyone that wants to get into like entertainment, so the way we do metrics for TV shows and shit like this, it's so archaic. I think we need to improve the system. Just being honest.
Pigeons make a huge shit, and it could cause. I think it means like corrode car paint. Ew. Nothing beats the disgust I feel walking to work on Sunday morning.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think what other disgusting thing I could draw about that I've seen. I'm thinking.
That's funny.
No, maybe something with egg lady. I'll have to think on that. You got to throw me some ideas.
Cocaine and hookers? I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? Yeah, do like a whole bunch of cocaine overdose. That'd be funny. Or meth pipe.
Let's see here. It's like I do great with my life, and she's fucking got like needles and shit in her arm and everything. They're like, how come you're making fun of people that do drugs? I said, because it's kind of funny, actually. Especially the assholes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Drugs are like money. If you're an asshole, it just makes you a greater asshole. If you're a good person, it just makes you a more kinder person. But both, unfortunately, will destroy your life. If you know, but and the only difference between money and drugs is money will actually, it can be addictive. Money can be addictive, but in some cases, money doesn't destroy your life as bad as, you know, if used improperly. Unfortunately, with drugs, there's no using improperly. It's just stay away from them. Straight up.
I gotta say though, with fucking Keith Richards, I think that guy has got it down and stacking it so he doesn't fucking like die. I don't know what it was. He's like, yeah, I did heroin and speed for a while, but then, you know, I kind of tapered it off, and I replaced like the heroin with like weed or something. Like, goddamn, dude, you got this fucker down to a science.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm sorry. I still believe if you want to cure cancer and you want to cure, you know, the common cold, we take after Keith Richards dies, we take his fucking blood, and same way with Ozzy Osbourne, take his blood after they die and study that for how their body was able to do. Because I'm pretty sure we can synthesize it and cure them and married to different diseases. I mean, good Lord. I was reading Keith Richards' biography, what was it called when they don't give you permission? I forget.
I forgot.
But, yeah. Anyway, like I was reading that version, and the news, you know, reporter like was talking about like at one point, Keith Richards was on so many drugs in the 70s. That when he went to go see his doctor for a toothache, the doctor gave him the stuff, and Keith Richards goes, "Oh, I do that for a nap." And then the doctor didn't know what to do. Like, he straight up like, I think it was like Novocaine or whatever. Like, I was like, Jesus.
Cunt man snorting cocaine. Yeah, I've been doing these like weird little like one-line vignettes. Like the newest one was like that I posted was like ugly, and it's like just people looking at Demon Bitch and saying, "God, you're ugly," and people go like, "That's really mean you said that." It's like, actually no. There's sometimes I want to say that to people because they're fucking pieces of shit. So you'll get what I mean, you know, inside out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So with this one, it's like, but it's my life.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna laugh when you're your one deal gets to be put through, and we get to see a different medium for the character, so to speak. I wonder how many people are gonna crap out a brick when they find that out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be eating my popcorn in the peanut gallery, just doing like laughing at of all the disdain.
Yeah, I might the way they're urine all over the place, right, with her, because with Demon Bitch, there always has to be some sort of disgusting bodily fluid or something. She's like, it's amazing. She's got like fucking like a meth pipe in here, like a meth pipe, and then a crack pipe in here, like a crack pipe here, and I think a meth pipe here. And I'll put a joint in her mouth like that way too. And they say, you glamorize drug addiction. I said, I don't know how anybody lying in their piss, like fucking, like, and doing stupid things is really glorifying drug addiction. I think that actually means that it's actually kind of a sad thing to do, you know?
Yep. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, so talking about DL, you know what he taught me earlier, late last night when we had a business meeting? So watch out for like when big corporations try to like go after your property after it's been optioned, because what they'll do is they'll try to purchase the rights so they can shelve it because they have a similar idea. And as long as they have your rights, there's nothing you can do about it. Because they bought your rights. Mm-hmm. Isn't that dirty? Like,
that is dirty. That's what they call like getting rid of the competition.
Yeah, just plucking the weeds. When I learned that, I was like, dang. So, yeah, I would always, so from here on out, when we get in the full swing of things, and people, start getting their stuff optioned and their shit, shopped around to these production companies, I will make it clear to them, make sure you get it in writing that they are not just going to shelve it so that they can have an idea that's similar or exactly like yours. And if it is, and if they do, have it, put in there that, okay, if that happens, you owe me a percentage of that because it's like my idea. You know what I mean? And you just try to eliminate the competition for the idea that you really wanted. And and I was like, so how did you find that out? And he was telling me about what happened with his friend Kelly, with the whole Soul of the Hero stuff. And man, like, dude, that universe, like they optioned it. He got it optioned. They sold it to some production company. He got a good check for it, but damn, like, that's scary. That production companies can actually legitimately do that. Let's just take care of the competition before it gets to a place where someone's going to actually make it into a movie or TV show, just so that we can not have competition.
Yeah,
Hollywood.
I'm drawing Demon Bitch like doing drugs. So hold on. it's such a great like fucking picture, isn't it?
Thus says the Lord, Pops. Never sign away the rights to your IP, not to anyone.
Duh. There we go.
Yeah, I was shocked to find out the creator of Beavis and Butthead doesn't own Beavis and Butthead.
Right?
That's crazy to me. And what's crazier is he voices both characters. Like, how are you going to do it without the guy? But whatever.
Yeah. So for Asian Invasion, I'm just getting some stuff rolling, and it was funny because one of the guys said like, "Oh yeah, it looks like they were rolling in." I'm like, "I'll tell you later offline." I don't want to seem like I'm this evil person.
Oh, this is going to be good.
It will be good. It will be good. Oh.
Yeah, I was going to start putting my show on Twitch like you do, but I was like, what can I do to make Twitch entertaining? Well, as we talk about comics, because I really don't do video games, and I don't have a setup that I can do a draw stream like you do. So I'm just, because Twitch is all about gaming and doing artwork and stuff like that, right? Or predominantly, I mean, I'm assuming. I don't really check out that platform.
This is so bad. I'm like so bad at this.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna see like what the reaction is. But yeah. So it's been rolling full steam ahead. So I'm very happy about that. So just to let you know, guys, Asian Invasion's coming up on 3/4. You better go support at the Manhattan Beach Comic Bug, Manhattan Beach.
There you go.
One of the guys like started laughing because, like, for me, I'm just like, okay.
I really want to meet Jun. He sounds like a cool dude. Or Jun.
Yeah, I think he.
Sorry, I always every time I see that Jun, I always want to pronounce it like the Korean Jun instead of June because he's Japanese.
Jun? Oh yeah, Jun's really cool.
Because I've never seen a Japanese person with that name before.
Well, yeah, I thought it was like he was Korean, but then his last name is Goku, so it's like Japanese.
Oh wow.
You know why I did it was because it's like so nobody would give us shit.
Yeah.
Because if I ask Eddie's Italian, so they're gonna give him shit. And some of the other people weren't Asian. And I said, "Well, June, you're Asian. This is funny." So he decided to do it.
You know, it's funny. There's a lot of people from the reservation that are given white kid names, but sometimes like coming off the reservation, they file it wrong. So that like when I was in the army and I found another kid that was from a Navajo tribe, but more up north, his last name was Willie and his first name was Wallace. So they accidentally filed it like the name backwards. And yeah. Everyone always just called him Willie anyway.
Like Willy Wonka.
So I thought that was funny.
Right? Yeah, I just like how Demon Bitch is like lying there smoking crack pipes and shit. Why is it that I do fucking very unfunny things very funny? I guess because I've just kind of gone through. I've never been addicted to drugs like this, but I don't know what it is. Like it's like somehow I don't piss people off when I do that.
Well, it's just because that's part of your talent, right? You understand comedy. I mean, it's like why do I normally do a lot of crime stuff in my writing? It's just where I come from. Like I think as creatives, it's just the talents that we've been mostly been given and influenced by. Growing up, I watched a lot of crime movies because what was Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger doing? They were cops or soldiers fighting whatever, and you being you probably watched a lot of Beavis and Butthead and a lot of stand up or like a lot of Kevin Smith movies, or sources like that. Like it comes out like when you learn that trade of that kind of showbiz, and it's cool, man. You understand what comedy is because it's all about timing. It's all about delivery.
Well, I grew up around Eddie Murphy, and I grew up with what's his name? He would team up with Richard Pryor, like demented shit like that. Like I always liked demented shit. Like that.
Well, there you go.
I feel kind of bad for Richard Pryor because he got really fucked up at the end of his career, at the end of his life. It was really bad. I mean, but there's only so much you can abuse your body until like you give out, So him getting MS, it kind of sucked. Because he was actually really lively and full of life, but he also like did a lot of crazy shit with himself too.
No, what's crazy for me about Richard Pryor is the fact that he accidentally set himself on fire when he was high on cocaine. And no
Oh yeah, I
one.
heard about that. That was actually kind of darkly funny in a weird way, but I don't know if I'd be laughing like, oh, it's funny if he died. It's just like kind of one of those things like, well, that's kind of Richard Pryor. Isn't it kind of fucked up that I say that, but it's kind of true. Smash the like, yo, right? Go on my links and shit too. Order stuff. Ugh. You still on there, Phil? Yo. Okay. Now I can hear you. Oh, he's got to go back on and off again. Yes, Chrissy makes fun of drug use. What else can she make people pissed off about? Waiting. There we go.
Dang it. I don't know what's going on with my internet connection, man. It's annoying. Super annoying. But then again, we blew out a transformer near the house, so it shouldn't, shock me any.
Is that why you have metal in your mouth?
Ha!
There's like that meme going around where it's like you blew out a transformer, and it's like it shows the transformer like.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Like that kind of like.
If you can find that meme, I'm gonna put it on as my profile for Google.
I
find that hilarious.
Blew out a transformer. The storms were so bad it blew out a transformer.
Yeah. So the windstorms out here, we get the Santa Ana winds in California, and sometimes they're so strong that when they don't update certain things about our power grid or infrastructure, the winds will remind us that we were that stupid or that lazy, and they will damage property, forcing cities to start updating stuff after the damage is done. So it happens one way or another. And for us, because we're out in the boonies, the telephone poles were weak for some time, and yeah, the winds knocked out a transformer.
I sent it to
that
you
we need
already.
Okay. Funny. Oh, that's hilarious.
Several
I love it.
transformers. That was the best show fucking ever. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Heck yeah.
That was the best show. And Mask was pretty cool too.
Yeah. Growing up in the 80s, I should say the top four shows that I loved as a kid was Ninja Turtles, Transformers, He-Man, and Ronin Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, I loved the hell out of Ronin Warriors.
Voltron
It was crazy. Go ahead.
Voltron was the shit.
Oh, yeah. Voltron was awesome. You know what's crazy is they don't do awesome cartoons like that for kids anymore. Like Voltron, He-Man, G.I. Joe. It's like, dang, man. Where's the great animation of, like, butt-kicking heroes, Like, the only thing that gets made now is it has to have a Marvel property or DC property for it to become a action cartoon. Like, there's no original action cartoons. Like, Edith didn't know that Double Dragon was a cartoon in the early 90s. She's like, they made that a cartoon. I was like, yeah, the video game Double Dragon, the series, they made it a TV show and a movie.
Yeah.
Movie sucks, by the way, because it has nothing to do with the video game.
No, I know. It usually generally did,
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the video game. And what's crazy is, like, I would love to see a Double Dragon movie be made based off of Billy and his brother, like, being good martial artists, but they're supposed to be dirty fighters, like very dirty. And
they had Double Dragon Neon like several years ago, and like literally they kidnap his girlfriend. He's like, again, and I'm like, God damn, this happened more than once.
Yeah, because that was a running joke there for a while, and the people that are behind the property cut on it, and they even made fun of it. Like, it is known that because in the first Double Dragon, both the brothers are fighting over the girl, and then the girl gets kidnapped, and so then they go rescue the girl, and then everything's a-okay, but it's still weird that they're fighting over her. And then by the second one, it's revealed like she's like with Billy or whatever, and the brother's like, okay, whatever. But then she gets kidnapped again, and by the third one, it gets really repetitive because you know, they literally acknowledge like, yeah, the girlfriend's just cannon fodder to progress the the game at this point. We realize this.
Yeah, it's funny because like, hey American Comics, how's it going? I'm trying to remember who American Comics have I met them before. If they are new, hello American Comics. I'm drawing Demon Bitch and I don't give a shit. It's great.
My name's Phil and my name is Phil and I don't know.
He has shot in his mouth. He blew a fucking missile. America.
Blew a missile.
It was amazing.
Man. That's funny.
Yeah, I have a worse mouth than everybody else. That's what kind of scares people sometimes. They'll be like, what the fuck?
You know what? Honest to God, I am super glad that, like orthodontics and surgery has improved because they showed me some pictures of like people that would get shrapnel in the face from like the 70s and 80s. And the headgear those poor bastards had to wear after surgery. Holy crap.
Don't talk to me. I had to wear a fucking headgear, and now it's like now they have Invisalign. Fuck them. I'm drooling on my fucking pillow, and I'm like, "What's this white crusty shit on my pillow?" I'm like, "Oh, I was drooling." Great.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah, no, like seriously, after face surgery, like they had this whole headgear that like held the person's jaw because back then to do the surgery that I'm about to have, they had to break the jaw, and then they would like lock the neck and the jaw in a certain place and tie it, and then they'd have like this headgear that like literally looks freakishly crazy. And that wraps from the neck, from like the forehead to the neck to hold the jaw in place. And now, since they've got like all these wonderful new tools, they don't have to do that. It's actually, it's considered a minor surgery now versus back then.
It was great because like when they did my Whipple, they said, yeah, less than 5% of people die. And I didn't think about it. And then I guess in the 90s and like, and in the 80s, you had a 25% chance of dying. AKA 3PO is getting ready to shill his book. He's going to be looking for outlets to get together when he's ready. Yeah, talk to me, American Comics. I'll have him on. We'll be just bullshitting and drawing. So if that's cool with him, I'll be down. We'll take a look at his shit.
Yeah, it's funny for me because looking at all of like comics and stuff, man. I listened to like some comic creators that like talk about that grew up in the 70s about some stuff, right? And like about dental surgery and all this. And when I first started breaking into comics, I forget who it was. I think we were talking to one of the colorists for Agronauts, and like that really like old school 1970s comic that like made Ant-Man's Quantum Verse. Now they can't use the Agronauts in it because technically that's Marvel owned that property anyway. And that's when my dad revealed back then dental surgery was way worse than it is now. Like my dad apparently back then when he got his wisdom teeth pulled, he almost died of blood loss because they were still learning how to sew the mouth properly shut. So when it left sockets. So we've come a long ways, but in a short period of time. I don't think people realize how close, the 70s and 80s, how dangerous dental surgery was.
Yeah.
So you share about your 25% death. I was like, no, that's still pretty scary. Only
Yeah.
25%?
Yeah. It's actually really funny in a way. And people are like, why do you find it funny? I said, I find a lot of shit funny that you probably wouldn't, but whatever.
Well, yeah. Like,
called
I mean, I have a dark sense of humor. Like, every time someone has a flask, I always remind them, like, you can only ever really drink out of that thing once or twice, because there's actually unless you're using, like, really high-end whiskey, definitely you don't want to do a corn-based whiskey, like, like a bourbon, but you want like a high-end whiskey, almost like gasoline, because back in the 1940s and 30s, there's a type of fungus that can grow into the actual flask itself, because you can't really clean them, and then people would pour their little whiskey in there, and then they'd be drinking that fungus, and then the next thing they knew, they get deathly ill, like blood poisoning from this fungus, and they would end up going to the hospital and have to get like a ton of penicillin and crap, like, or whatever doctors give you for killing a fungus. And so Edith bought me a flask as a joke that says "Drink me and die," because we were watching that documentary together, and we have a sick sense of humor. So I literally have a flask that I will never use, literally, because it's a reminder of, it's funny.
Right? About 15 years ago, I got all 4 wisdom teeth out of the hospital. Ow. That's a big fucking shock to your system, too. People, like, kind of discount the wisdom teeth shit, but it's like, actually, you can die. You have to be really careful about that shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like gasoline? Something like that.
Oh, man. That's bad.
I don't think Korean people can have anything really kill them that easily. Ooh. God damn it. I'm like tired. I might have to call you for some business shit later on after the show.
All right.
Yeah. But let's see here.
Yeah. You can do it while I'm getting ready for the awesome physical therapy I get from my physical therapist that I swear to God is Satan's mistress.
What time?
Well, I'm going to be getting off here soon because I got to be there by 2. But it's like, a 10-minute walk from my house. So
Let me know, like, when you get off then, because, like, that way I can...
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Because I'm going to be honest, man. Like, she's a wonderful lady, and I understand physical therapy does hurt, but, man, every time she gets done with my knee, I'm limping, But then, the next week, my kneecap's not clicking as much. So I know what she's doing is working. It just, man, it freaking hurts, man. It really does. I think that today we're supposed to be doing like leg extensions and some other type of reflexology thing for the kneecap. So
oh man. So speaking of weird signs that I've gotten, you want to hear about one of the weirdest signs I've ever gotten, dude?
what's that?
Nick, my friend's boyfriend, and I
Mm-mm.
would always debate harshly about birria. And he's part Asian, so he goes like this. He says, like, oh, so a white person like told you on the Food Network that, birria is actually like not goat. And I said, no, a Mexican person saying Mexican things, and they're in New Mexico, so we're saying that. Birria is pork and beef too. He says, like, no, it isn't. And I said, yes, it is. And he says, no, it isn't. So it has been a year-long fucking argument, okay? And guess what? He finally capitulated. He sent me a fucking video of a dude fucking creating birria and saying it's pork and beef. And I said, wow, you fucking lost then, huh? So I'm right. So yeah.
Yeah. Man, I like goat meat though. Goat meat is delicious.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's not, but it's
fun.
not primarily goat meat.
You know what though? I didn't realize how a lot of my family members from Mexico and from the Indian tribes and from like the farmlands, like how like podunk country we are, until like you know like all this the coronavirus hit and everyone was like freaking out like when can we go grocery shopping? When can we get this or whatever? And I was like, well, you know, my family's got like a few farms. If you need food, we'll help out. I mean, we just got 2 goats. We slaughtered them, the other day. We put the meat in the freezer, and they all freaked out. Seeing city folk freak out over that was funny as hell to me. I was like, "What you?"
It's like I've eaten
And,
fucking goat, but like I don't. It tastes goaty. That's the thing. It's like it tastes its own. It's not like you get what I mean.
well, no. What's funny about city folk is I went to restaurants with them to celebrate stuff, and they would buy goat meat and eat it, or they'll buy their steak and eat it. But oh my God, someone that grew up on a farm or a ranch and then lives on a ranch or a farm tells them, "Hey, we do it all natural." They freak out, and it makes me go like, "But you're eating it at the restaurant. What's the difference?"
Well, I like how
What
they
is the
say
difference?
it's ethically sourced and ethically like fucking handled and everything. You realize that they just have to chop the motherfucker's head off and that's it. People look at me like, "Well,
Yeah.
how fucked up?" I'm like, "That's how they used to fucking do it back in the day. You don't like that?"
Yeah. Well, that's why I always tell people like I really freaked out this one girl over at Swag when I took over a like so on the chicken farm here we slaughter the chickens for real, right? Cut the heads off and take all the feathers off and boil them and stuff and we chop up for the meat and we make traditional chicken soup from it. And what's crazy to me, I really freaked out this one girl eating my chicken soup because we were just too lazy this time to cut the chicken foot off. And and she sees me eating this chicken leg with this foot on it. She's just like, apparently she lost her lunch. And I'm going, and what's crazy is she's eating fried chicken from KFC when this went down.
Well, and
So
also the funnier thing about this shit too is that they'll go to a Chinese restaurant and say, "Oh, fucking that chicken feet, it's so new." It's like you do realize they walk around and shit, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I won't eat chicken feet for that personal purpose because it's just that. But like eating animal parts doesn't bother me. I just have a problem with it walking around and shit. I know they clean it, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I eat chicken feet. Chicken feet's fine.
I mean, it is fine, but it's just like I can't get the thing of them walking around on the ground and shit. It's weird to me.
Yeah. I enjoy chicken feet. I've eaten everything from the chicken actually, even the liver.
What about rooster balls?
No, haven't done that. I had a Blue Mountain oyster once. Didn't really care for it. Ramon, however, loves them. But his generation grew up like during the Great Depression and shit. So like any part of the animal that they can cook, I mean, and eat, they're going to. And I get it. Like I forget who I told it, but Ramon's like 91 years old, and he's still roofing. He's still laying concrete. He's still doing mason work and crap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And working around the hard, arduous labor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he but he eats red meat almost every day, can drink like a fish, more than most 20-year-olds. They can turn it up in the club, and he is more physically fit than a lot of people. And I've come to think like I think that time frame in time when it comes to like people from that generation, work was a way of life, and I literally think it kept them super healthy. And what's also crazy about Ramon's time frame is that was back when Mexico and America, before they started doing the where they banned all the alcohol, and he was telling us about when he was growing up. And at first we didn't believe until we watched this documentary on HBO Max called The Sober Years. And it's true. Like America, we used to be like, they would have whiskey with breakfast. They would have a big vat of whiskey on the front porch of the house, and they would sip on it, after work. And they would actually, during work hours, would have a thing called grog time, where they would go to the company grog, which was a bunch of whiskeys mixed together, dip a ladle in, put it in a cup, drink, and then go back to work. Like drinking heavy for that generation is a norm. And what's crazy to me is, and I just want to know the statistics on it, because what's crazy to me is like all the alcohols and whiskeys we have now are turning people into diabetics, giving them heart disease, liver failure. But if you look at that
sugar.
Yeah. But if you look at that generation, seriously, meet Ramon, man. Ramon is like, to me, he's a walking miracle of like proving today's science isn't true. But at the same time, there's a lot of hard stuff that he had to go through. Like he talked about during the Great Depression, like when he was a kid, like they would get a jug of sour cream for the family, and that was dinner. Like they would just eat sour cream.
Egg lady would have stolen that, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's like she's all about sour cream. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, love it. Love it.
It's my life.
Oh my god.
All right, homie. I'm gonna peel off from here so I can start getting ready and go to my Satan mistress of a therapeutic doctor. Oh, good lord.
All right, I'll message you, dude. But anybody else want to jump on for the last how many minutes? How many minutes do I got left, Pops? Oh yeah, go to my shed. Ugh. Oh. So who else is here? Who wants to get on? How much time do I have left? Sometimes I have up until 2, and sometimes I have until like 1:30. So where am I at? See you, Phil. Yep. God, that looks so bad. Export. 314. Let's see here. So let's see. I'm just checking up stuff because I have to go and do things. Oh, I have to be told that I have to go and update stuff, which is weird. Okay, interesting. See ya, Phil. So let me see. Let me go here. I also got to look at other stuff too. So I hope you guys like the picture. It's really funny. Because I think it's funny. It's really funny. Asian invasion. Let's see. I'm going to double check stuff. Hold on. Sometimes I got to go check this because this is for WonderCon. My dashboard. So how's it going with you guys? Very good. I am okay. But sometimes it's like, you got to go and do this. Anyway, because they took a shower. Okay. See you, Phil. So anyway, there we go. I had to check something because it's like, you know how that is. You got to go check something else. It's like, oh no. So we're looking at that. So we're good. I'm good. I'm settled up on that. Oh. Sorry, I'm looking at this. So thank you very much. It's about a person wandering around doing drugs, because that's always a good piece of artwork. Actually, it's funny because a lot of artists have done that, like from the absinthe cafes to like other things. But yeah, I did a comic actually about heroin addiction a little bit. It wasn't exclusively, but one of the characters was addicted to heroin. So that was kind of interesting how I did it. I was actually pretty proud of that piece too. Done. It's on my portfolio too. So it's going to be good. It's my life. It's now or never. Wonder if I should do something differently. Bring that cheddar. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and see if it tests out with my other people's and see if it works. I'm drawing more material for this book. If people are wondering, like, if pen is there you go, right? So I'm gonna go do this and everything, right? Oh, you want to jump on, Quentin? See, I'll send it to you, Quentin. Kind of take us home, right? There we go. Sorry, I had to go and send off a text. Oh. So if you want to jump on, sir. Whew. But anyway, I'm just happy with this artwork. It's beautiful, is it not? It's wonderful. So yeah, I sent it to you, Quentin. So if you want to jump on, dude. Yeah, why not? Yeah, just we'll chat. We're gonna go and kind of like go do the last half hour and make everybody more interested in us than we ever could be thought possible, or something like that. Wondering. I wonder why. I could be really active and antsy, but I'm not. I'm kind of like more of a low-key drawer. Like, I guess maybe I'm that lame sometimes. I don't know. Ooh. All right, Q. What up, Q?
What's up, Steve?
Where you at? Are you doing laundry again, dude?
Yep. Again. But this time it's finishing up. It's just drying. Only 18 minutes left. Yay.
Hey, that's like kind of like how we're at. I probably like this thing. Man, I'm just tired. Is today always usually laundry day for you?
For me, it's just simply finish my workout. So I thought, yeah, I can do some laundry.
Mm-hmm.
I always do that after my workout.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, I worked out today.
Yeah, it went okay, and the only thing is it bothered is that it's kind of, what was it? The weather outside, it's windy and nippy. Well, the guys at the gym are saying, you know what, let's turn up the thermostat way high. So what happens? Everybody got a little sweaty.
Yeah, getting sweaty does that to you, you know.
Uh-huh. So when I was doing the lat pull, the long bar that I'm using, it's number one, it's getting a little slippery. So every time I do, let's just say at the 8th set, what happens? I lost my grip. So I said, you know what? Let me try the other bar.
Right. Yeah, I love that one. Bring that cheddar.
Bring that cheddar.
My ass, my ass, my ass.
My ass, my ass, my ass.
You take the most annoying thing anybody could ever do, and you go and just say, yes, my ass, my ass, my ass.
Also, I find it so funny that there was a chocolate milk. I think I sent you the photo. I sent you a photo of a rose of chocolate milk.
I think I know about that. That's awful.
But ass. I thought about shit first.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it's just like, just like a whole thing about like, like the whole concept of either of these two. They're so much alike, yet they're so different, but yet they hate each other.
Kind of reminds me of Step Brothers. They fought each other just because they're being such a douche. But then they realized one of their relatives, one of his relatives, is much bigger douche than the other guy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. All-time favorite.
Yeah.
So how was the Pasadena?
It was good. It was busy. The economy is kind of like whatever right now, but I did pretty good considering. I'm not complaining. They let us showcase.
Oh, cool. And I heard that you're gonna get another con this week or so, or
Hopefully, I'll see what's going on with that shit. It's like, as I said, it's not like I'm ungrateful. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on in supply chain and all this other shit.
Got it. Gotcha. So your next drawing is a demon warrior.
What about the demon warrior?
Is that your next drawing, or is it demon model?
Oh, demon model. I don't know. I just kind of like did it, so I don't know what that's about. I just kind of did it just to do it. So sometimes I sketch, and I kind of like it because I'll like sketch like regular life stuff and see how it works out, and it works out pretty good. So there you go.
Yeah. A self-portrait.
Yeah, I can't be pissed at myself if I'm like, that's what I do.
Pops.
See, that dude don't look nothing like me.
Talk about it. Hold on.
Christie, we had people accuse us over this the other day of Q and I being the same person. Because they see the draw stream and they see his hands, they see him drawing, but they never see him, right? And then they were saying that my hands were moving at the same in accordance with the way his hands were moving, and I'm like, you don't wear these. First, it was over the draw stream over the weekends, and people are like, I think Q and Pops are the same person. I'm like, man, I met Q on Christie stream. You guys are all whacked. What?
Like, do you guys know how stupid you sound? That's how I would have been.
That's kind of why we went out and he came out on Monday Madness because everybody, look, we're not the same fucking person.
I love it when people like make determinations and they're really stupid and wrong. That's
everybody
awesome.
was looking for things to talk about us. Okay,
I thought the thing was drawing.
It's like, yeah, it was a draw stream, and the people weren't even like coming out to try and draw. They were just trying to disrupt the show. And then they went out and talked about us and shit and said a bunch of dumb stuff. And it's like, whatever. We're trying to help people sell books. We're trying to promote art and creators. That's what we do over here. That's all. You don't have to like it. Just accept it. Isn't that the Macho Man? You may not like it, but accept it.
It is what it is.
Q is not Pops. Pops is not Q. Look,
you can just say like, well, there's Q and on. He could be Q on that regard, and just fuck with him that way.
He's so much prettier than I am, guys. Don't be insulting him by saying he's Pops.
I just think it's funny that people say all sorts of shit.
I
It's
know.
funny.
Anything for that click, anything for that click and that like and that, whatever. It's like, man, I just want people to see what you guys do. That's all. Shit. That's why Q comes out.
Shit.
That's why Q comes to the draw stream and draws. That's why Christie has her show where she draws, and that's why they come to the Madness Network, because they want to be somewhere where they can get seen. 8 different destinations, yo. Yeah, we just having fun. Look at.
Yeah, right. Yeah, me as president, I have to go handle a bunch of shit, which is funny.
Yeah, it's tough to be the boss, ain't it, Christian?
Well, you could go and pimp slap people, so there you go.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
Oh no, it's the boss here? Hey, wait, I'm the boss.
Right. Well, it's kind of funny because it's like when you're the boss, you're too busy doing shit. That's the thing. Yeah, you have authority, but it's just like you're just not an asshole. Like you're just not like a bitchy little kid about it. Like if you're a real boss, and I don't mean like boss bitch. I hate it when people say boss bitch because it's like usually when you call yourself a boss bitch, you're not. You're just not a really nice person.
Look, when this thing has grown so much in the last few months, it's like now I do work all day. I do work. I'm out here, I'm producing in the backstage. I'm making sure everybody's stuff goes off on time, making sure the bills get paid, and promoting everybody's stuff all the time. I'm working. Respect that. You don't have to like me, but respect the actions.
Well, I mean, for me, I'm just like, whatever. I need to do what needs to get shit done and the company done. It's like, if I have to listen to people, fine. If I don't, then it's fine. If I need to disregard some people, okay. I don't give a shit anymore. It's kind of like what makes this company run. I mean, it doesn't mean that I don't care about employees or care about other people working. It's just like, okay, let's work together. I'm not into
let's get it done. Yeah. I mean, you and I,
Demon Bitch.
You bring your show here, it's like we work until we figure out a way where it works right. We don't, I mean, we're just trying to make everything work, right? For the whole network. We all back each other up. Like, Rose can't be there Friday night. Christy, jump in. I'll cover your show. Somebody jumps in and covers Doc's show if he can't be there. Whatever. Tornado takes Doc's house out. We go do something during his time slot and make sure that people hear what's up and they know what's going on, and we still get a show on. There's 31 freaking shows now. Now, not all of them are mine, and not all of them, like I don't run Silverline shows. They run their shows. Right. I don't run Christie's show. Christie runs her show. I just make sure it gets seen in more places than she can get it to.
Right.
Pretty simple.
It is.
It is
We're
like
just trying to expand the fan base for everybody. That's all. Christy, did you ever think that your show would be playing in the Still Talking Facebook group?
I mean, fuck it. I don't care. It's just like my shit is like kind of. It's weird because like Demon Bitch has slowly become kind of an all ages thing. Like I've had women with young girls come up to me or young children say, "Oh, look, she does her own comics. See, you can do this just like her." I'm like, wow, I never thought I'd see that, but okay. So
I'm not doing it just like me, but
whatever. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Like in the draw streams, I actually have to working on some of the aspects of the child's book because it's like the thing is that I don't work on something until I feel it, and it's not because I want to be lazy or a diva. It's just that unless if it comes out naturally, it just seems like shit.
If you're not feeling it, it's not going to be your best, right?
No, that's the thing. But usually I've learned how to kind of work with my work flow so that I can go and get it done. Like I have to go and scan a bunch of documents because Philip and I got a bunch of paperwork going in and shit like that. So we're happy about that, right? So that's been pretty good.
Well, I mean, it's like for me, like you guys know I've drawn like one picture a year for the last 5 years, right? I don't draw much, right?
Yeah.
when Cheyenne asked me to draw something for him specifically, I was like, okay, dude, but you're just going to have to wait until I feel it, right?
Right.
You're going to have to wait till I feel it. So I actually want it to be good, and I'm into it and stuff. And he's like, no problem. It took me like 4 months, and then one day I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do Cheyenne Drawing Day. You know what I mean? I felt it, and I drew it, and I sent it to him. It's on his wall. I freak out when people put my art on their walls because I ain't no freaking artist by any means. You know, I don't work at it. I don't practice. I don't. If I draw something, it's with a plain old number 2 pencil. If I draw something, it's on the back of a comic book backing board. I don't draw on anything else. I draw on backing boards, period. And if I send you something, that's what you get. A pencil drawing on a comic book backing board.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the thing with me. It's like, for me, it's like, I like drawing on nice paper, but I'm not so anal about it anymore just due to the space that I have. So, like, what I do is I draw on watercolor paper because that's usually what I work on is ink and watercolor. It absorbs it the best. And because it's like, I just don't have room for like 10 million different types of paper in my house. I just don't. And a lot of the work that I do is digital. And people go like, oh, I have all those feelings about digital. It's like, look, if I want to do a comic, it's a lot better.
I got a pit bull head.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the fuck that was. And I'm like,
she's so black you can't see her, man, unless she looks up and you can see her gray, you know, you can't see her. She's just black. Black as night.
What's her name?
Her name's Luna. She's black as night.
Luna.
Yeah, you have a pit. I forgot you guys had a pit. I thought y'all had
she's the old one. She's the
Ink's
one
over there.
She's the old one.
Ink's over there, and now she's, because I pointed her, the queen must come down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's an evil bitch.
Ink said, what do you think you're talking about some other animal?
Look at this. Hi, my
What do you
bitch.
mean you're talking about some other animal?
Yeah, it's funny. Philip met Ink. He and his wife came by when we were getting business paperwork done. And it was so funny because, like, she was like going, she just hissed at him. He's like, okay, fine, you know? Like, she's a bitch. Like, she hates everybody but me. See? The only person she whored herself off to was Nick, Amanda's boyfriend. And that was some shit. I was like,
She's like, what are you doing?
what are you doing? I thought he needed to use my computer. So it's like, because they were applying for a place. So I said, okay, yeah, just go ahead and apply. And then she was just like, putting her butt up in the air to him and stuff. Kind of like, I mean, I don't want to get too into it, but it was just like equivalent of her just running it open. That was amazing. I was just like, wow.
So Ink.
Ink. And spanking her ass. She loves it. She's a cute bitch.
Her kitty ass.
Her ass.
Her ass.
So yeah, we got Paul's show starts at the top of the hour. The realities of publishing comics.
Right.
Jeez, all kinds of stuff tonight. Still
Right.
Token Show.
Stop.
Wednesday Wham from Silverline. Just, you know, one show after another night. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Oh, she's pissed now.
She's looking mad.
Let me screenshot.
She is pissed now. Look at that. She's just like, I'm going to kill her when she's sleeping.
No, she loves me so much. You know, it's cute because she actually puts her paw on my face. She's like, oh. She's like touching me.
I know what that ear dip means. I know what that ear dip means. She's like, you're pissing me off right now.
Ink.
Now she's getting pissed at me. She just loves me.
She winked at us.
Now she doesn't want to do it anymore. but now she wants to fuck.
She winked at us and checked out. You know?
Yeah, you took the horse. She's like,
you got to go back and clip that. You have to go back and clip that because she actually winked at us. It was great. Oh shit! Oh man! Since I'm in here, I'll go ahead and play the show out for you when it's time.
All right, guys. Okay, I guess we'll say goodbye.
I got like half a dozen ads or something that we can show just because, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Well, more people tune in.
What do we got? Who should we show Docs?
Yeah, we can show Docs. I don't care.
Okay. Got to take the banner down though, because he's got text at the bottom of his. So
yeah, stop fucking fighting shit. Our ink's been a pain in the ass chewing on shit.
Please, everybody, go sign up for Docs Pariah Blood and Mud. Go sign up so that when we launch, that dude's got a bunch of people behind it already.
Go on my website, buy my sponsor.
What?
Go on my website, buy my stuff, and look at my sponsor.
There you go. Peace, everybody.
See ya.
podcast, it's critical blast.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals.